Is this today the last day for the Solstice armor?
Yeah, so he literally had done diligently, I might add, almost all of it by himself, but there were a couple of things he needed help with, so
Gotcha.
we got it done.
Nice. Very nice. Also, Heather,
Hmm?
have you and Dom figured out your plans for SockOn yet?
For what?
SockOn.
SockOn?
No.
Can you not refer to whatever that is as that, because it's really making me uncomfortable?
I mean, that's the name of it.
I feel like I'm missing something, but no.
Oh, that's a shame. You guys should look into it.
I feel like it's gonna be a thing that explodes at me if I look up its homepage.
No, it's not. It's not a Penn Island situation. Don't worry.
Well, I half imagine it to be John Cena.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
It's a pretty good guess, but that's not what it is.
Do you still have that, Craig? Is that still a thing? Does that happen every so many times you search things?
I just realized the Craig has lost it.
What?
What were you saying?
Oh my god, okay. I don't think I've laughed that hard in a really long time. Alright, thank you.
Why?
We're good.
Why do you look so far away? Now I can't see.
See?
I'm so confused.
I really thought that dumb wrestling video from earlier today was going to be the hardest I laughed today. Nope. We're good.
Oh, okay. Now that I'm crying. Okay, cool. Thank you for that, Heather.
Okay.
Let's just put it this way. You didn't say the one thing that would have actually caused that to work, so I'm proud of you.
Okay.
Anyway.
She's so confused.
She really is.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I don't either, Heather.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one who's
You're not the only one.
Nor I. I know not of this.
You want to tell the whole class, Gary?
Nope. So,
What do you want to know?
oh yeah, what do you want to know?
What do you want to know?
What are
You said
you?
there was something about SockOn or something?
Why is that funny?
Gary, she's giving you the fucking setup so many
I
times.
can't do it. I believe you are mispronouncing that as "sock on these nuts."
I had a feeling that was going to be like it was.
That's all it was. That's
Even.
all it is. He was just going. He went for the setup and he got it like alley-oop style so many times.
I couldn't execute. I couldn't.
Okay.
You got
Anyway.
that layup a couple of times, my
I
dude.
know.
Best
Anyway,
part, this is all wonderful. Huge.
So to break the tension of what we're about to walk into, because last time around you guys did some bad shit happened in the Feywild. with
Yeah.
the
Okay, I
problem
have
solvers.
cats. If bad things
Do you
happen, and there's a cat just
Yes,
hanging
in
out
the
over
gap. In the gap in
Good.
between, Craig and I have found our new favorite jokes of Sockon and Ligma, and you got cats.
here. Oh yeah, yes, we have two kitties, Sorteri and Wisp.
They're quite adorable.
They're very, very cute.
So, last time around, problem solvers, you guys figured out how to solve the problems that were happening in the Feywild. There was an invasion of some kind, but you did cut your hair, and it looks really good.
You were off screen for most of that. That looks good.
Sorry, thank you.
I
Go
was,
ahead,
I was
sorry.
in the flow, you son of a bitch.
I caught that hair.
Good.
I cut hair. Now you're a barbarian.
And you guys have new jobs.
Gone.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Okay, so you guys fought a bunch of weird Drider spawn, essentially, failed Drider, and then found your way to a much bigger fight against one of the primary bad guys you guys have been fucking with, Cork, and fucked him up real rotten. Not before he got his shots in. Don't worry about that. He did some bad shit too. But you guys did finally kill him.
Put the dog down.
Yes, you put the dog down. The
Almost
rest...
died.
Yes, a few of you almost died. One of you did die in the previous fight. But Sai, you're up and walking. You're doing well.
Yeah,
Hit
fine.
points.
Legit.
And as that fight ended, and a calm seemed to take as the invaders escaped with the previously captured, Corin Dawnhammer, and disappeared out of portal. Most of you have turned to run towards the Great Tree to check up on Tiandra and Bonnie, who have been claimed to be hiding in the tree. Sai, on the other hand, has headed off towards the woods that surround the court to follow the bleeding and very battered form of Oberon, who is being led away by Titania. The very last thing that happened was Trev, you went searching for your Asimir friend, Nathan, who seems to have also vanished, was doing some level of combat against the invaders and is now gone, leaving his sword behind.
Sorry, your ASMR friend? What?
Yep.
Asimir.
That's what I said.
Yes, he only talks like this.
All right.
He likes
Just
to
want
rub.
you to be welcome in my own home.
He likes to rub pieces of styrofoam together because some people like that sound.
No
For some reason.
There will
So
be no
freaked out
more
right
of
now.
this conversation.
I will now do the rest of this entire episode
No.
from
Eric,
this position.
Nope.
Sorry, guys, gotta go.
bye.
So we're gonna pick up with Sai heading off into the woods after the fleeting form of Titania and Oberon. You have left the bodies of 2 of the Tentars behind you, as well as 2 living Tentars that had gone with Oberon and Titania. So they're fairly easy to track right now. They are carrying a heavy weight between the 2 of them.
Yes.
And after running for maybe a minute, minute and a half, you're able to break through a tree line onto what seems to be a purple river. There's a bed of flowers to either side that are very rich gold in color, and you spot both the Tentars, who you know as Hens and Feel, are with Titania, and Oberon, the full, unglamoured form of Oberon, still splayed out in the flowers. Titania is still pouring some level of healing magic into him to get him on his feet. And he seems to be battered. Perhaps not at death's door anymore, but still very rough. Aramil was able to remove some of the corruption from the wound that he suffered from Cork, but lost a lot of blood, lost a lot of his form. And with the exception of the 2 Tentars who raise spears at you as you enter, Titania and Oberon seem to not even notice.
Have I been to this place before? Am I familiar?
You haven't. This is a part of the Feywild that you've never actually come to. For the most part, the court tries to keep the western side of the forest to themselves, and leave the rest of the Sealy open to whoever want to use it. So this side of the forest is new to you for the most part.
Okay. I mean, I'll approach up to the Centaurs,
Okay.
not even looking at them, just looking straight to Oberon and Titania, and just call out, is there anything I can do?
The 2 Tentars kind of put their spears away as well once they recognize that it's you. Titania flips over at you, and you could see that her eyes are fairly wild. Her glamour has also begun to fade as she has put a lot of her magic into keeping Oberon alive. But for the most part, still keeping her smaller fairy-like form. The stag beast kind of rolls ahead at you, and you could see milky white eyes that seem almost unfocused as its mouth opens, and you hear a croak of, "Did they retreat?"
They did, and they took Don Hammer with them.
I want you to cut down all of them.
Happily. We cut down the dog that did this to you.
We have left too many Unseelia unchecked. They must be removed.
Does that mean we're putting our mission to find the special ones aside?
Titania kind of puts a hand across Oberon's head and looks at you and goes, "He speaks the truth, but he speaks unwisely. You know what you have to do and execute. Once we find the source, we can stomp out the rest."
Conflicted here.
conflicted about?
Well, I take my orders from him. And if he gives me an order, I can't disobey.
Oberon snarls from the ground and says, "Then take this order well. I don't give a penniless shit about these prophesized ones. You will," and Titania goes to cut him off, but he kind of nudges his head away. "I don't give a shit. You will cut down every unseelie fuck you see. Nothing lives. Burn it down."
And this will be my mission.
Do it till you die.
I look to Titania and I repeat that this will be my mission.
She sort of nods and says, "Do as you must. I only ask that you still support the others as you can. I have no control over you, Sai Valankir, but try."
How did this happen? How did they get in? Do you know?
At this point, Titania physically puts her hand over his mouth and goes, "Okay, my consort is done talking for now. We don't know. We're working on it. Somehow they located a portal and they found their way in. They were on us before we could even blink. I have only been able to talk to a few members of the court and bring all of you here. I would recommend finding them first."
Who particularly should I seek? Who's still living?
Neve will have answers, if anybody will.
And what of Trevathan?
And Oberon sort of squirms his way out with the last bit of strength. You can see now that this is taking a lot out of him, and he is probably prepared to either pass out or fall into a coma or something in between. As he looks at you and says, "Kill them." And Titania kind of puts a hand over his mouth. "No, don't do that. That is bad.
Kill the unseen that we know about. Got it.
I will handle Trevathan. Once I am satisfied that Oberon is out of the woods, I will come and I will find you all. But for now, take stock, bury our dead, and I will meet with all of you soon."
Very well. Do you want more guards or healers here for you?
Heinz and Feel will be fine for now. As long as you are certain the danger has passed, we'll be just fine.
Okay. Then I'll go rejoin the others and find Eve.
Wonderful. And find the other members of my court as well. Or find the other members of my guard as well. I have a mission for them too.
Very well. I'll assemble what 10 tours I can.
Thank you. Or
you should know Stumfell.
I saw 2 go down. I assume there are others. We will make the required adjustments. It may be time for me to accept an offer that I have not thought about in a long time.
Very well.
You have your leave, Sai Valankir.
I head back towards where the people be.
Okay. Meanwhile, the other bound of you have sprinted the way past the village. For the most part, a lot of the other villagers and the other Seelie who have been hiding have emerged from various bunkers and holes around and are beginning to control the fires in the village and on the trees. You see sprites and small little, almost perfectly round, not quite gnomes. They're smaller than gnomes, but bearded, much like a gnome and almost perfectly round. Running about, beginning to douse water on the flames. You see a few pixies as well. You see some of the enchanted animals beginning to assist as well. You spy Kent as you're running through the village. He is, now that his shop is no longer burning to the ground, he has kind of taken root on his stoop, just sort of staring idly at the building, seemingly at a loss, or knowing Kent just sort of off in his own world. And who knows what that crazy old gnome was thinking. but you guys don't stop. You head directly through the village and towards the great tree. When you arrive, the first thing you notice is that there are more bodies beneath the great tree than there were before. There's approximately 5 hooded corpses at the foot of the tree, and Bonnie is sitting on one of the main rocks, blade out across her foot, as well as her pistol kind of draped to the side. She looks at all of you who arrives and goes, "Oh, is it over? We good?"
I think so.
Wonderful.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. The girl, I think she's okay.
Where is she?
Physically, she's okay.
She's up and you hear a rustle, and then Thunder kind of out from the trees goes, "I'm up here.
You can come down.
Okay.
I'll hold my
Okay.
arms out so she can jump down.
All right." She kind of leaps down into your arms and then onto the ground.
I'm gonna need you to do a dexterity roll.
She's pretty lithe and an elf,
Drop
so
that child.
She rolls a wand and impales herself on a horn.
yeah, or like a spike of the armor, just like gone.
Wow.
Wow,
She's-
how did you? Sorry. How did you roll a 0?
This got dark.
Hey, it's actually pretty easy to roll a 0.
If you have negatives, that's
All you need is that negative modifier.
Oh,
She sort of looks over at all of you, as does Bonnie, and goes, "How is everyone okay?"
Our group is
Okay, enough.
We're hanging in there.
okay.
Well, that's
Titania and Oberon are still alive. Who else have we seen?
Alive?
Yes, we saved Kent.
Yes,
Oh.
Kent is okay.
oh, thank God. Old Kent is still okay.
We're still trying to locate some of the others.
And we definitely killed the big guy.
Yeah, we killed the lichen. Okay.
The great guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
you see palpable relief come over the face of Tiandra. She goes, "Oh, well,
I know,
that's
high five, right?
maybe another time."
Next
Time and place, Marleman. Time and place.
Bonnie sort of looks over at all of you and goes, "So, is anyone going to tell me who all these diamond-clothed freaks are?"
The people who are, I'm not really sure what the best explanation is. They're not good, and they want to kill us.
Yeah, like I feel like we don't personally have a very solid explanation, but like from what we know, we've encountered some of them before. They are very mean and violent and culty and magic.
Some of them were the ones responsible for the massacre beyond the wall.
All accurate adjectives.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
They've
okay.
been they've been behind a lot of the bad things that have been happening. Were they in league with possibly some of the people in the city, or were I was a little confused on their involvement. But they're not good. We'll put it
Well,
that way.
I got the not good part, so I guess I'm just happy you guys did what you guys do well.
Yeah, none of us died. It's okay.
Yeah, we're hanging in.
Well, technically.
Joy. Well, I'm gonna go and see if I can help out in the village at all. Tiandra, do you wanna? And she sort of nods and goes, "I'm gonna go see if I can offer any healing."
That'd be great.
Good choice.
How's... Oh, sorry. Never mind. Sorry. Oh,
What's
wait.
up? What's up, Armel?
How's the tree look?
Tree looks
Really?
good.
All right, good.
Tree looks undisturbed, though you do notice it was not easy to. Well, you guys actually kind of teleported a distance away from here, not on the outskirts of the main core area before the town. That Amundsen Cian, the treant, is not here. It's the first time that anybody has seen him legitimately missing. He seems to have uprooted himself and moved somewhere. But the great tree looks fine. Looks like it usually does, undisturbed. flowering at the moment.
Can I ask any of the lady folk here where the tree went? If you saw him go while you were hiding?
Tiandra kind of stops and thinks and goes, I heard something that could have been a tree moving, but I didn't see anyone. By the time I got here, he was gone.
Okay. All right.
Good to
Okay.
know.
Go do.
I'm gonna.
Alright.
We're gonna head for the village.
Good idea.
All right.
And Tiandra kind of takes Bonnie by the hand, who nods at all of you, sheathes her rapier, and heads off.
Okay. Just it's a little.
Can you get a little bit closer to the mic? I can't really hear you.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, I wasn't saying words yet, technically.
Oh, gotcha.
Just making noises mostly. 'Cause I'm trying to find the right words. I guess Nix might pull Bonnie aside quick and say, like,
Mhm.
it's pretty gnarly out there. There are people that need healing, and Teandra is, like, mature for her age and talented, and, like, she should be allowed to do this. But, just, if you see something really bad, maybe try and help steer her away from it. She's
I'm a lot of things.
older than her years, and she's still a kid.
Yeah, a lot of things. Tactful is not one of them, but there's one thing I can avoid. It's showing someone something they don't need to know.
Yes. Just,
Okay.
I know it might not be, like, totally possible, but just
I'll do my best.
yeah. Thank you, Bonnie.
Just watch out for the kid, okay?
Yeah.
Really, that's all we're asking.
Will do. And she sort of falls beyond Tiandra, who has been kind of picking her way through the court area, since there is another one of the fallen Tentars is here.
Have we introduced them before?
They knew each other just from living in the Feywild together for a bit.
Okay.
It's weird to see another mortal. So,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
And a test.
so now you guys are left in the clearing of the court. There are approximately 10 of the hooded bodies about. There is one of the fallen Tentar. This one seems to be cleaved with a giant sword. And a missing Treant.
Can I tell anything about where the Treant went?
Roll a survival check.
I want to look through the corpses of the hooded figures, see if I can find anything on them.
Roll an investigation check.
Where is survival in my life? Plus 16.
Okay.
Oh,
I got a 16.
Okay. It's not particularly hard to see the footprints of a Treant.
Yeah.
But what's odd is that after maybe 5 or 6 steps, which seem to head towards the back of the great tree, they seem to up and vanish. Almost as if there were, 3 sets of large lumbering steps, and then just gone of some kind.
I don't think we're
I got a modified 20.
Okay. You're able to, or, you flip over a number of the corpses, as many of them have fallen face down. And you didn't really get to see a great deal of these by the time you entered where these were kind of in the fray. Cork was already on you, so you had a few more things to pay attention to. But these are very similar to the hooded forms from the other that were surrounding the group before. They're the almost spider-like 8 set of crystalline eyes set into an elven face, small mandibles coming out from around the mouth, prickly black hair covering parts of a face that an elven face shouldn't have, and mostly just long black hair pulled into ponytails. They wear the same insignias that the other ones do of the crescent moon, or of a crescent moon, seems to be upside down. And most of them come equipped with mostly just claws. A few of them have actually pincers instead of hands. And shitty short swords. One has a longbow. Nothing really exciting from there. You are able to scavenge about 5 silver.
Okay. I was just
Marlman
seeing
is-
if they had similar thing that Trev does.
No
Oh, that's a good
diamonds.
question.
No diamonds. Just the symbol of the crescent moon inlaid in all of their cloaks and clothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
none of them are likely to be that.
I think so. Marleman is
Just being
definitely
thorough.
Marleman definitely wants to look at like what they seem like they're kind of like half elf, half bug creatures.
Yeah, almost.
I want to know more about what they're made of.
There's someone in your party you can ask.
Hey, does anybody know what the fuck these things are made of?
I just started explaining, but have you do it.
Okay.
Well, you see here, Marleman.
Trev speaks with the voice of the DM.
Yeah.
These are failed drider. There is a ritual that certain drow cultures can go through to turn someone into a drider, which is a drow spider, essentially. Basically a centaur, but with a spider body instead of a horse.
I
Okay.
hate that a lot.
They're
Yeah.
fucked up
They're
and creepy
gross.
and weird.
Yeah, I don't like
You've
this at
actually
all.
fought one, Marleman.
Okay.
You have fought one in the basement of the
I was just gonna say.
Crescent Moon Monastery.
I'm pretty sure I remember this.
These are failed versions of that. While many failures to the ritual just kind of are cast aside, a few are turned into mindless drone soldiers. No intelligence, no real humanity.
How are they
Left.
controlled as drones?
They tend to listen to people who are in their command. They operate on a kind of hive mind-esque thing. So those they respect at the top of the hive mind, they will listen to as an army.
Okay. Wow, Trev, thank you for filling me in on all of this information because I don't know what I'd do without you.
They're really gross. Like, I don't know. They're uncomfortable.
Deeply
There's
profound.
a lot of this stuff that I've been doing. That like, yeah, there's a reason why I'm hanging out with you guys instead of them. There's a lot of reasons, really, but that's a big one. Spiders were too much.
Are there any particular weak points on this thing?
I mean, the Drider, they're just kind of pushovers, honestly. Like,
All right.
all of them is a weak point. Like,
Been
you
on
can-
his legs.
They
Yeah.
seem kind of, and then Marleman definitely like puts his foot down on like one of the arms or like those mandible
Mhm.
things and just crunches it down with his bare
Ew.
foot.
Oh yeah, and the carapace just
necessary.
breaks.
yeah, gross.
Oh.
Yeah, they
And
operate in
it
numbers.
oozes, it
let's say.
oozes a green blue guts.
Ew.
color.
No, does ooze red blood like a drow still.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. I
Gross.
squished
Yep.
on it while I say, yeah, these
Okay.
fragile.
They do.
When-
They swarm. That's their whole thing.
All right,
Aramel,
I'll keep that in mind.
Aramel, when we use your tree teleporting thing, is there like any sign of it after we come out of the tree?
What do you mean? Like evidence?
Is there anything to indicate that was the spot we came out of?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Like, are you thinking that this tree guy went through the tree? Because I'm kind of thinking that too. Or you're
I'm thinking that. I'm also trying to figure out how these guys came in, if there's any way to see, like, where they came in, you
I'm
know?
more worried about the tree, but
I mean, I feel like the tree can handle himself,
Never change.
but I was just curious to know.
he probably
Yeah.
transported.
By this point, Sai, you are probably getting pretty close to returning.
Mm-hmm.
So you all are standing around all the bodies, right?
Yeah.
They're in the court.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bodies of Cork and his entourage are still in the village.
Okay. Are there any Tentars around or any of the lead ones that I see?
Only the dead one.
That's unfortunate. Okay. What of the Fae are around? Like, what creatures are around right now?
Are you talking in the village or in the court?
In the court.
In the court, nothing. It is almost completely abandoned, save for bodies and the party. It seems most of the Fae, the citizens of the Fae, are focused on controlling the fires in the village, gathering dead, seeing what they can do to in that area.
Okay. And in that case, can I yell for a sprite or something that I'm familiar with?
Sure. As as you return to the village and see, all this bustling activity, you shout for one you recognize, just a pixie that kind of flies down and looks at you and goes, "Hey, that was real cool that you guys did. The bad shit, though."
Yeah. Listen, I need you to get a message to whoever's leading the Queen's Guard right now, and they need to assemble.
Okay.
And await Titania's orders. She needs them.
Okay. I'll find R10 and let him know.
Also, find me something, some sort of warrior. I don't know. Any guard that's not in the Queen's Guard. That makes sense. I would know better than that.
Sure. I'll look around.
And have them come to me.
Sure thing. And it kind of flies off towards the far side of the village.
Okay. And then I approach the group.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, is that like with us yet, or?
He is now approaching you.
Yeah.
So. Hey, Sai.
Hey.
How are Titania and Oberon?
Oberon lives. He's not in a good spot right now. But Titania has stabilized him. He will live.
Okay.
Whatever Torque did to him, it was not nice. But what are we looking at here?
Can I slap Armel on the back and be like, "Good job, man"?
Yeah. I actually go up to him and give him a hug because.
Oh my God, he's showing affection.
Listen, there's a couple of you guys that I actually like. Really like the super. Really no.
I'm not even bothering.
I thought I was the cool kid in school for once.
You can.
Sai likes nice people, like truly good people.
So,
All right, I was gonna say I'm nice.
He likes Aramil and Nick,
Yes.
and that's about it.
I've never done anything mean. I've never done anything.
Bullshit.
Let me rephrase that. I don't think I've ever done anything purposefully mean.
You made a
Better.
child cry.
Closer.
It really is just
Anyway.
Nick's Aramel and Phaedra.
All right.
I'm glad your friend is okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm cool with Trev.
Do they have any idea
Yeah.
how they got here?
I was hoping you guys could give me that answer.
No. We're in the middle of there's a tree who's missing.
I'm gonna go ahead and say magic.
Can I?
I mean, that's
Probably
probably true. Yeah.
Yeah. Gee,
Yeah.
Look at can I look at the world tree thing to just see if I notice anything and maybe give it a touch?
Okay. Roll a nature check.
Yeah.
Commune with the tree.
Yeah, just check him out. See how they're feeling.
See what he can say.
A nat 19 plus.
Oh shit!
A bunch.
Plus 6. So
Nice.
25. Okay.
25.
Whereas the outside of the tree is fairly undisturbed and, normal. When you do begin to commune with the tree and kind of connect with it, you sense a great deal of turmoil.
Oh no.
A great deal of pain and anguish and worry.
Okay.
It is an unhappy tree.
Pop Ross would not be pleased.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, friend.
I was gonna say something along those lines.
It is the opposite of a happy little tree. It is a big, very sad tree.
Oh.
That is unfortunate.
Is there anything you can do about it? Is there anything you can feel this tree's all fucked up? Is there a way to work some cool tree magic on it?
I don't know.
What if I were to hug it?
Yeah.
You hug the tree.
No. I'm asking Aramil.
Oh.
You
Said,
can
what
give
if
it
I
a
hug
shot.
Okay, well, if he's canonically saying that,
It's. I mean, yeah, sure. If you want to give it a shot, give it a shot.
I hug the tree.
Okay. You sense no change in emotion, but it does seem to appreciate the hug.
Oh, good, because I
That's
wanted
good.
to feel appreciated. It's a really nice tree.
You get the sense that there is a disturbance within nature right now of some kind. Something has been thrown out of balance, and as such, the world tree is affected.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like
10,000 spoons, and all you want is a knife.
That's a way of putting it.
something is off again, though. For real.
I don't know if it's been back on yet. We're still in like a lot of things went really wrong with this whole thing. So we gotta figure this whole thing out. It's gonna be a lot of healing, not just the magic kind that you did.
Has my pixie returned with some like a she or something?
I could help.
You kind of glance back towards the village, and you begin to see the remaining 7 of the Queen's Guard approaching. Are 10 the largest of them at the front, kind of are marching towards you in some level of guard.
I'll hail them and approach.
Trev, are you doing anything special?
I think he's been still searching for the right words to say and not knowing exactly what to make of it.
Okay.
We haven't really had much of a chance to talk about what we think actually happened, and I mean, I don't have any answers to that.
Archen looks at you as you approach, sighing, kind of nods and goes, "Warlock."
I have word from Titania. We are to gather the remains of the fallen Queen's Guard.
I'm sorry. There are 5 there. There's 2.
5
There's 2 with Titania and Oberon, and 3 that have fallen. So 5.
Okay. So we're to gather the remains of the fallen and give them a proper send off. And you're to await the Queen's orders for something. She wasn't too specific.
Understood.
I also need to find Neve. You know where Neve is.
We have not seen anyone from the court beyond names.
Okay.
Sorry, names. Nathir.
Scooter McGavin.
Nathir.
Then I need you to find all the members of the court that still live and who have died. We will gather the fallen. And someone needs to burn these bodies. They're abominations.
I'll disseminate the orders. It shall be done.
Very well.
We don't have to do that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess theoretically some of us are good at burning stuff and could help, but
Yeah, that's why
mean,
I don't think I should.
This is what I'm setting about to doing. Like, if you guys could help me gather the bodies of the fallen, then that's good enough.
Sai, you have my help.
I do still have a couple spell slots. I can try to scry and see if I can find anybody if we're still not sure where they are.
That sounds like a good idea.
Actually, yeah. If you could scry on Neve, and then whatever you find, pass on to them.
Okay.
Okay. Before you set that up, Phaedra, who is just helping collect bodies?
I'm waiting to talk to Sai before I do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Sai explicitly and sincerely asked, I'm gonna kind of kick myself, but do it. No.
Okay.
Like, you can tell this is important. So.
Yeah, if he sincerely openly was this matters to me, please help me do this, I would be like, well,
Yeah.
fine.
And Marlon heard it through the grapevine that he doesn't like him, so he's gonna definitely try to help just to get on the good side.
Okay, that's fair. So you guys head. You collect the bodies here.
Before I leave the tree, can I just give it all my positive energy and a loving touch and say we will help, my friend?
Sure.
The ongoing.
You do so, and you sense a sense of relief and pleasure.
Aww.
Not weird pleasure, just.
Oh yeah, you got that tree off.
I don't know. It is caramel. He does like his trees.
Yeah.
Talk about getting.
That's a different show's brand.
So the three of you, Aramil, Nick, and Parliament, you guys follow the remaining Queen's Guard back into the village. They are separating the bodies of the Fae that have died from the invaders. They're leaving the invaders in some level of just kind of a pile with cork in the bottom of it.
Yeah, I would have asked them to like pile them so that we could burn them all.
But the Fae that have passed, including the 2 of the Queen's Guard, are being brought back towards the cork. So you guys assist in that. Meanwhile, Phaedra, how'd you do under Scry?
I have to cast it at 6th level because I'm out of 5th level slots. Does that change anything?
Nope, not scrying.
Okay. I'm not sure what I have to roll for this because the person has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's what it is. That's right. Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't know if I had to do anything on that account.
Nope, that's on me. There. Oh, all right. So you focus on Neve, and you have met her before, so you do have some level of an actual connection. So it's relatively easier. And your vision is fuzzy. You see her running through a cold and dead forest, running from something you can't really see. There's a little bit of mist and fog on the ground around her, and you can get some odd shapes in the trees around her, but that's it.
Okay. Don't blow through all of them. I don't care. I'm going to use send a message to her.
Okay. She is technically in another dimension.
I can still send to other planes of existence, so I don't know what the rules are on that
I
one.
believe it's a 50... No, it's better than that. Hang on.
I think it's only 10% chance it doesn't.
There's a 5% chance it doesn't arrive.
There it is.
Okay, so...
Pretty good.
You might as well just D&D say, you do that.
Well, 5% chance means they still need to give it a shot at failing.
Yeah, he needs to roll like a D100 and see where it goes.
Don't screw it up.
And if it's a 5% chance of failing, just roll a d20, and if it's a 1, it doesn't work.
Exactly.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yep, so let me check that.
Craig, why you gotta be all over here with numbers and shit?
You make a connection.
Okay.
What do you say? You have 25 words.
Okay. Neve, it's Phaedra. What happened to you? Oberyn and Titania live. Trying to count. Sorry.
You could cut out the name, I think.
I think it's fine. That's
Like,
enough.
The name.
She can respond to the message, by the way. So, yeah. All right. I think that
Okay.
works.
You get a response back. Unseelie will return soon. Am looking for friends.
Aw.
Okay, I'm gonna find Sai right now.
Okay.
Oh.
He's not far.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know how far away you went.
Okay, Sai.
While you are having that bit of scrying and connecting,
It's 10 minutes, so yeah.
yeah. So Trev inside, you want to have your bit of a chat?
So, I wanted to, I want to help you guys right now, but I don't know if that's like my place.
I would say any goodwill that you could foster, you should.
I mean, and also, I'm sure that you've got plenty of, nobody around here is going to trust me. I know that. I don't blame anyone. However, I'd really rather, I would appreciate it if nobody tries to go, judge, jury, and executioner until I talk to the queen.
You should know the queen has ordered you off limits unless you give us a reason.
Well, I don't intend to do that. I'm glad that she's got her head on straight
Yeah.
still. I wouldn't blame her if she didn't, but
That being
Anyway.
said, stay away from anyone besides myself who's loyal to Oberon.
yeah.
He's a little trigger happy right now.
Yeah. I'm not going to pretend that I know what happened, and I'm not going to pretend that I feel like I haven't done anything wrong.
So, I don't trust you.
I don't blame you.
Can't. And when I mean can't, I don't mean won't. I mean I can't. Every fiber of my being tells me to kill you.
Your boss wouldn't let you.
My boss is Oberon. He wants
Exactly.
me to kill you.
He would never let you, trust me. I get it.
But I saw you fight for it. I saw you save me fighting for it.
For now, I'm just going to help you.
That's- That's enough.
Words can only go so far, I guess. I just wanted to say something.
That's fine.
Now I'm gonna get to work.
Just help us recover, and we'll move on from there.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go do that.
All right. You help gather up some of the bodies of the fallen. Trying to keep your space. Just you feel a pull within you to avoid the fallen Tentar in the court.
Yeah, maybe a little.
And gather up the failed Drider and begin to carry them towards the village and out of the court. As you're kind of collecting yourself, Sai, Phaedra kind of scurries over to you.
Sai, Neve isn't in the Feywild anymore. She's in the Unseelie.
She's in the Unseelie.
She said she was looking for friends. I think we should try to figure out who is missing, who's dead, and try and figure out who she means. You can always send one more message to her, but since it's possible the message might not get received because it's going between different planes.
How many more people can you scry on?
I can't scry anymore for the next 8 hours.
Okay.
But I can send one more message to her. That potentially.
Who else can scry?
Vargrup? Not as far as I know. Me, maybe Arabelle. I don't know.
Okay.
I think I can.
No, you don't have. You most certainly don't have that prepared today.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one in our group who would know.
So we need to locate the rest. If she's looking for the rest of the court in Unseelie, then we.
She didn't specify if they were taken. I assume they were possibly if she was looking for them. I don't know if she was taken and is on her. I don't know. Like I was only able to see so much, and I kind of give him a description of what I saw in the scrying. But
okay. So
I suggest we do our best to make a tally, figure out who's missing.
I want a clarification on something.
Mm-hmm.
When she said "will return soon," was there a pause between Seelie and "will return soon," or Seelie will return soon? Unseelie will return soon.
Good question.
Well, she just said Unseelie will returun soon.
Okay.
Looking for friends.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was, I think there was a pause.
Okay.
No, she was not warning you.
Right.
Unseelie will return soon.
Dark portions.
I needed that. I need to know.
Yeah, I was more worried about that. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's honestly what I thought as well. So.
Apologies, I should have emphasized that gap more.
No, that's all right. It's cool. But okay, so what's the lead Centaur's name?
R10.
So I yell for R10 and beckon him over and tell Phaedra to message Neve again and ask who else she knows of is in the Unseelie.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So say that again. Sorry, it was a little crackly.
Message Neve. Ask who else is in Unseelie.
Who else is in Unseelie? Were you taken? Like to say, like if she was, if she went on her own, or.
Oh yeah. Taken.
Were you taken? I guess that's it. Just trying to figure out who's over there.
Yeah, so we want to figure out who is. Essentially, I'm asking, does she know who she's looking for and how to get them?
Yeah. Do you need assistance?
Can you fit all that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I get 25 words.
Cool.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to try the sending for my last spell slot.
All right, remind me everything that you're asking again.
Who else is in Unseelie?
Okay.
You are looking for.
Okay.
Were you taken?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need help?
Okay. You get back. I am alone.
Okay.
Looking for Tabaxi.
Tabaxi.
Amontansian in Dire. Reconvene the court.
Damn it.
Okay. I will repeat that to Sai.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the head centaur is close
And
enough.
yes, whoever else is here, I will repeat it.
Yes.
So she didn't specify if she was taken, but I'm assuming if she said she's alone, I assume that means she went on her own.
Yes.
But she's looking for Tabaxi?
Tabaxi.
Did we run into the Tabaxi the last time we were on Sealy?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's who we got the prisoner from.
Amonton is
Montesian.
in Dire?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, and then reconvene the court.
So, I turn to what's his nuts
Mm-hmm.
and say, I need you to find anyone who can scry for us. We need to locate the rest of the members of the court. We need to locate Montesian, wherever he may be.
Understood. And he sort of gallops away.
Arleman, do you have anything locating wise?
Marleman is not there.
Oh, he's not there. Never mind.
Oh, well, that, but no, I don't.
Okay.
Also, does any of this count as like a short rest?
Yes. Currently, you guys are in a short rest. So if you want to roll hit die, feel free. After about a half hour or so of collecting bodies and centering them in the village, Titania appears within the village, emerging from the woods. She kind of looks over at all of you who are gathering the bodies and nods. Then nods at the fallen bodies of about 12 different fae. A few of them armored, a few not, plus the 2 Tentars who were left in the village. A couple of the other fae sort of bow in her presence and then lift those bodies and begin to bring them towards the court. She sort of looks over at all of you and goes, "It is going to be a long day. Traditionally, we do not allow mortals to watch this ritual. However, I feel," and she kind of looks at you, Trev, "that you have all earned this. So please join us."
Okay.
I do that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. She begins
Thank
to
you.
she begins to head off towards the court. You see the Queen's Guard, who have been in, helping other people around, gathering up the dead, helping families reconvene, things like that, get into formation and then march towards the court as well. When you all arrive, and Sai and Phaedra, you were still there because you've been waiting to hear back from Arten. He sort of looks at you as you guys arrive and just sort of shakes his head for now. The Fae lay out all the bodies within the center of the court, including the 3 Tentars. Titania kind of gets up on her center rock and looks over at all of you, including all of the assembled Fae. There's probably about 50 or 60 different Fae here, including the remainder of the Queen's Guard. She looks over at all of you and says, "The thing that we have been dreading is upon us. The Unseelie have found a way back into our world somehow. And it's not going to be pleasant from here. These souls gave their lives in some capacity for our defense, and as such were struck down. They will not be the first. They were not the first. They will not be the last. Hard times are ahead. And let us all keep in mind the sacrifices that will have to be made. This is not a happy day." And the surrounding Fae sort of take a knee. Titania looks at all of you and also nods to follow them.
I know.
All right, will do.
Titania raises up her 2 hands and kind of gestures them towards the crowd, or towards the displayed bodies. "From the void we have come, and from the void we shall return. Your life gives life. Your body to dust. She sort of sets her hands kind of lower a bit, and you see all of the bodies in the center not quite dissolve, but seem to meld almost into the earth until it's just soil again. She nods again, looks over the entire crowd, and says, "Burn the invaders. The rest of you stay. We have much to discuss." The general common folk begin to depart back to the village and to the forest as well. Before long, you can smell a roaring bonfire of bodies begin to start up in the village. The assembled guard take what's left of their positions around the court as Titania takes a seat on her rock cross-legged, looks at all of you and goes, "Well, this is a load of shit."
Yeah.
Have you found any other members of the court?
We're having trouble locating them.
I spoke with Nathir. He came to visit Oberon. He is currently watching him as well. It would appear that a few of the court have taken to the full safety protocols.
The what?
We have systems in place. We have ideas in place for if things happen like this. Amonton Cian, at least according to Nathir, took the boldest option. We will see if he returns.
What happened?
It's,
What did he do?
He is in Dire, according to Nathir.
What is
That's
that?
an actual location?
Yes,
Oh, I thought they meant help.
it is the hidden city in the elemental plane of Earth.
oh,
What?
I would
That
have
makes
known.
much more sense. Okay. I thought they meant something else. Okay.
I bet
So
all
you've been
four of them.
informed. So that means she's been informed of everything I told her about the scrying and the sending and everything.
No.
He must have talked to her.
Okay. I managed to scry and locate Neve. She's in the Unseelie, looking for some of the others.
That girl could always read my mind. She's 2 steps ahead of us at all times.
She said she was looking for the Tabaxi.
Yes. She warned me long ago that we would need their help, and I brushed it off. It appears I was wrong.
She said a month to see him needs help.
She said he was in Dire, and now that makes sense if it's an actual location. I thought that meant he needed help.
What's he doing there?
DYR. Dire. DYR.
Okay.
Okay.
Why did he go there?
It's the safest place for us, Sealy.
And he's a tree, so Earth.
If here in the court was jeopardized, the hidden city within the elemental plane of Earth, when you're a tree, is one of the safest places you can go.
Yeah,
Makes
no one
sense.
noticed him.
All right.
So what do we do now?
To be honest, Phaedra, I just don't know. I didn't expect this to happen.
Hmm.
I think for now, we take stock. We find our footing again and continue on.
That's got to be it, huh?
Should we resume our search, or would you prefer our help here more?
Nothing is going to change here. The scars will fade, but time is the only healing we can have now. I will reconvene the court. I will find our wayward members. Dom and Vernestra is still missing.
I can try to scry on them tomorrow.
Knowing Dom, if he doesn't want to be found, he won't be found. And Vernestra, well, she has her own problems. For now, I would recommend we need to find out how they got in. We have to find out what led them here. Once we do that, we can focus on getting you all back to your jobs.
How are we gonna find out? And what do you have? What are your ideas?
Well, unfortunately, I'm blind as a bat. I don't know anything about these people who invaded us. I was hoping you, Trevathan, would have some more information.
Well, I guess I do, but well, I mean, I don't have any answers for you, but I have really unfortunate questions. So, after I talked to Dawnhammer, whenever the hell that was, I've lost track of time, both in and out of this.
It was only a
Last
couple days
night? Yeah, like a couple nights ago, whatever. It was recent. Anyway, so I went to rest that night, and then I don't really sleep. Like, I'm sure you know that, but I did. Like, I just sort of was out for like hours and hours and hours, and then I woke up and everything was going bad. There was violence. There's like all the fight was happening. And that doesn't feel like a coincidence to me, but boy, I kind of wish it was.
No, most certainly not. Did Corin say anything that may have...
Jesus, I don't remember that. I don't remember what her last lines and stuff were, but
she was saying a lot of that. If you wanted to protect things, you would kill her.
She seemed like weirdly confident and willing to give me information and stuff like that. So maybe just her being able to talk to me did something. Maybe it wasn't the content, but the conversation generally. Like, she was way too willing to just give up information to me. That was weird at the time, but I don't know if that's how that works, but that's all I got.
Sounds like she needed you to be on the line long enough for them to GPS us.
That's
Except I don't know what
enough,
any of those
kind
things
of.
are.
I don't know what that means, but
It
that's kind of.
It sounds kind of like when we found that Gith soldier, and they said that if we had kept him alive, then they would find him. Perhaps some sort of honing beacon to that effect.
Could be.
It could be that.
But if that's the case, you've been here before.
Never slept here.
No, he has.
I don't know. Maybe it's hard to say.
Perhaps, and apologies if I'm shooting into the breeze, but perhaps it was the two of you together created enough of a condension of the Queen's power that she was able to find you.
I would not be surprised if that were the case.
Regardless, for now,
in that case, it's too late. Like, that just happened, and that's it.
Certainly.
They got what they wanted, so now it's
But-
what do we do now?
How did they travel here?
I wish I knew.
Seems like
But-
they left through some big portal.
Some sort of portal, some sort of teleportation.
Made
Well,
one.
that's how they got here.
I mean, we transport through trees. It's not that surprising.
Titania kind of looks at her hand and goes, well, there's a difference. When you all come in and out of the Feywilds, you are either drawn here by me, or you use the roots of the World Tree, which stretch through all the planes. They, you said, just came in through a portal, which is concerning.
Yeah.
RML, you can see this now. I'm actually going to shoot you a text, Ryan.
Alright.
You guys can continue while I'm doing this.
I worry
So, this is a Heather question. Who did they take?
Corin Dawnhammer, the Black
Black
Dragonborn
Dragonborn,
Paladin.
like, yeah.
The one we got from the Tabaxi as a prisoner.
Yes.
Oh,
She tried to
okay.
kill herself and was thrown in jail, and I talked to a while ago.
Gotcha. Thank you. Just clarifying names. Trying how I think we should try and just locate and take account for as many people as we can and figure out where they are.
Oh, are you able to? I mean, I'm addressing Titania. Are you able to contact Montesine?
I can attempt to, certainly.
We need to know if he's okay or not.
I may have to ask all of you to travel there and find him, but we'll cross that bridge.
I was actually going to ask if that was a place that we could go.
I can't get you there now, but maybe after I rest.
My
For now, I would ask for you, Trevathan, to find a way to remove her influence. For a while, we've been operating under the assumption that being protected by my magic, she wouldn't be able to assert that much. But it would appear that something has changed.
Yeah. I understand.
I unfortunately do not know of ways to remove a warlock's curse, but perhaps someone does.
If you get your power technically from her, right?
Some of it.
yes and no.
Can you change the source then? If we find someone else who could
I feel like if
potentially speak that?
I feel like we tried to do that, or we tried to cross that, or go that way when we first got here.
So
It didn't go well.
Well, maybe because it's the complete opposite of your previous one. If we can find one that's more neutral.
Maybe.
in order to do that, you need to first destroy the connection between the warlock and the patron.
Yeah.
So-
And mine might be different, because blood magic is a hell of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
For myself, it's the sword, but what is it that connects you to her?
I assume the diamond, right?
It's like to really I don't, not to put too much of a dramatic point on it, but like it's my blood, it's all of it. I think. Like that's why my blood activates my magic. That's or her magic, I guess. That's deep in there. I'm not necessarily convinced that I would survive that, but that's, this is bigger than me, so
You would probably die.
gotta
if you
give it a
had to,
go.
like, pull through it, but maybe there's a more gradual way to destroy the connection.
We'll try.
At
Right
least
now.
block it.
Yeah. Well, right now, I guess the only if Titania is probably one of the most knowledgeable folks we've ever met. She's just been a lot of places or whatever. If she doesn't know, then we just gotta I just want to go places where people would know things, which is a dumb thing to say, but that's one of the reasons why I want to go to that city. If it's full of hidden knowledge, then maybe they know something.
Dire.
Yeah.
I think we should go there.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
I'm in on that idea.
Gotta see the tree.
Sure.
I do have this ring to protect you from scrying. Maybe it can help a little.
Maybe. The other place that I guess we could go if we need just a little something and just a touch point. I mean, I guess we can get into the city, so that's fine, but you could also go back to the monastery. They have a big book that might have something in it.
It's true.
Whatever you think is best.
I don't know which one the answer is. I feel like the city is going to be... We want to go find... Was this name Montensian as well?
Yeah.
So that's valuable.
It may
It's
take
also probably dangerous.
It may take me some time to build up enough excess power to bring you to the other plane. So if you have something on the Prime for now, perhaps handle that first.
There you go.
We may have a lead on one of the others, if I recall.
Wasn't that monastery related as well?
Yeah, well, that one, yeah.
Sorry, what she means by that is we should go to the monastery first because it will be hard to get to.
That's my call.
So,
I like that.
Trevathan,
Yeah.
You also, I will remind you, Trev, got some knowledge about the Lost City of Glass as well.
Oh, is not this place?
Nope, different.
Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ! I thought they were the same place.
wait,
There is
the
also
Lost City of Glass?
yes.
It's not so lost. It's hidden.
I don't remember if in canon we remembered Petunia as a potential one as well.
I
I can't
borrow
remember.
these every day.
Oh,
talked about it.
Yep.
I do not remember. So there's also that.
I thought we didn't. Wait, didn't we talk to her? Where did she say?
I sent a message to her last. She was on the. Where was
I
she
feel like
last?
I said where she was, but now I feel like
It was totally. She wasn't in Jerusalem anymore. She was on the coast somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
I thought she was back near Marleman's
She was
home.
back near where I was from.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, that's what it was.
Anyway, now that I realize, like, out of character, realize that difference, I don't know if Trev is dumb enough to make the same mistake I did. So you would mention that as well.
Okay.
I'm just like, yeah, and that place full of hidden knowledge that Dawnhammer told me about.
Also, that other place.
Any of us
Yeah,
recognize
there's hella
the
cities just full of stuff. That place is presumed lost for however, or like gone for however many years. If it still exists, and they hid it to keep all their crazy knowledge to themselves, maybe they know.
Yeah.
That can be later, but something else that I want to see.
Maybe Dad knows.
Maybe.
All right, we still haven't checked in with him, huh?
Marleman did, I believe. I don't know if we
Right.
know
I
that.
did.
but-
I didn't get much out of it, like I ever do, because he's the worst dad.
hashtag drunk dad promises.
Yeah, he's a real every other weekend dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember, you also still have that that scripture that you lifted off the ground, Marleman, from the bottom of the volcano.
Scripture that
Oh, right, the thing you traced from the lava zone.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember what it said,
It
if
took you
anything.
guys a
It was
long
in,
time
it was
to
in
get it all.
primordial, so none of you spoke it.
Right.
Oh, does anybody here know how to speak this thing?
Mm-mm.
I guarantee you someone in the Feywild.
So I have a question.
Hmm.
I have my one of my channel divinity things
Mm-hmm.
as a knowledge cleric. It says for one of them I can learn like a skill or something, be proficient in it. Can I attempt to try to use that to try to read primordial, or is that
Yes,
not?
you can. A language is technically a skill in D&D 5e.
Okay, I can try.
Here, read this.
Okay. Hold on. Pull it up so I can look at it.
I hold it in front of her face.
Mm-hmm.
It says.
And then I do that thing where like you put it really close to their face.
Mhm.
Are you reading it yet?
I can use my channel to divinity to tap into a divine well of knowledge. As an action, you choose one skill or tool. For 10 minutes, I have proficiency with the chosen skill or tool. So I can attempt to read it.
Go ahead.
All right, I try. I don't know what I have to do to do.
You have to roll a channel divinity roll.
Okay. What do I add to this?
I'm looking
Alright,
it up. This is the first time you're doing channel divinity, so you gotta be a sec.
Yes.
Okay.
Gary's like, why'd you make me do this?
You have to beat your own spell save DC.
Beat yourself senseless.
So what do I add to this though? Or is it just straight shot?
It's a straight shot.
Okay, well I rolled a 17, so I think that's higher.
I believe so. I believe that is higher than your natural spell save DC.
Yes.
So
Okay.
you do it.
Yahoo!
What does it say?
I don't know yet. Give me a minute.
It does take her a while.
Tell me what it says.
Give me a minute, Marleman.
Also known as give the DM a second to find which document he put this in.
I just learned this language 30 seconds ago.
Is that the one?
Yeah, it's no wonder why Sai doesn't care.
It's not the one.
Hey. It's because I'm impatient.
Yes.
No, it's just because you're a normal person.
I'm a dope. Oh, because I can't read cool things, Sai? Is that why you don't like me?
No,
Oh my god.
You're not a dope. You are.
There you
Yes.
That's... no.
Oh, where is this thing? Be a real bummer if I couldn't find it right now.
Gary reads out the first 3 commandments of the 10 commandments.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Eat at Joe's.
They're so good. They're both so good.
Huh.
No.
It's going to take a lot to drag me away from you. Weird.
Is this in a different? What the fuck?
It's just really
That's
hard
the
for me to
range out
find
of
this
this
stuff because he
volcano.
wrote it all in the original text, so it's a real pain to read.
No, I'm checking if it's in a different drive.
It's in the volcano, weren't you paying attention?
No.
Yes,
I need
sorry.
Craig, damn it.
My bad.
This is bad because now I gotta fucking
That's good stuff.
do a thing.
yeah, so with Channel Divinity, I can be proficient in a skill or a tool for 10 minutes. So if we
There you
fuck
go.
up something, I could always give it a try.
There you go.
How's that?
I still can't find this. I must have named it something different than what I did.
I thought you were just saying that to the tune of Shout.
No.
Must have named it something.
But oh, there it is. Haha. I don't know why. I put
Huzzah!
it here, but here it is. So, it says energy, matter, and spirit combined
Okay.
lead you to find the space within space.
The space between. Hmm.
Space between space.
Okay, I repeat that. Energy, matter, and spirit combined lead you to find the space between space.
Whoa.
Dude, you want to take some of my weed and go figure
I
that
think I
out?
need to retranslate it again because that doesn't sound right. I think I Google translated it wrong.
I don't know. I think that Armo gets this thing like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Oh, you do? Oh, good.
Let's go on a
Fabulous.
vision quest, friendo.
Oh.
Oh, I am in.
Last time,
boy.
I feel like he's definitely smoked some stuff that's helped him find the space between space before.
I mean, yeah, we went. Does the stuff with the gift count?
Kind of, actually.
Probably.
Unjokingly, kind of.
It's an
Yeah,
idea.
but they pulled us in. So,
It's an idea.
okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna write this down in columns so that we have the translation.
Two of these things burn your ears. They're Psy.
Yo.
Simply because you know this stuff. One that this actually rings true for you, Trev. The space between space is usually the term used for the cage that the Queen of Air and Darkness is kept in. And two, the energy, matter, and spirit are three of the original primordials. One of them being Mac.
Do we know
Energy?
what Mac is?
He is energy.
Okay.
Okay, so where did you find this again?
Wow.
I found this in Gary, where did I find this? In the bottom of a volcano?
Bottom of a volcano.
The
On
wolf
Portal Land.
now.
Yes, they're
Okay.
to remind everybody of a data dump Psy did a while ago. They're the legend of the four primordials who occasionally will take form and walk the earth. There's the one of energy, which is the aspect of water, which Mac would be. There is the aspect of matter, also known as the aspect of fire. Spirit is fire, and you guys have not met that aspect at all. You've met a fire ganassi, but not the same.
It was fun. We should call him.
You could always go to the Elements Plane of Fire if you want to go find him.
Yeah.
There is the aspect of spirit, which is fire, energy, which is water. There's matter, which is
Earth.
matter.
Earth.
Don't want to use the term earth, but yes, essentially. And then there's the final aspect, which is not named in this, which is magic.
Oh yeah. I'm like heart.
Kind of, yeah. There's an aspect. There's the primordial of magic. These four primordial things came together and essentially Big Banged the universe. So
They made Captain Planet.
Time foretold. In the beginning, there were these 4 things, and then they became all things.
My favorite version of the history of the entire world, I guess.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
So yes, where energy, matter, and spirit combined, it can lead you to the space between space.
Once that like space between space part hits me, I stop joking about it and be like, "Oh, by the way, no, don't go there. Don't think about going there. Don't open a portal there, especially not that last part.
Why?
That's where she is."
Oh. Why would they leave instructions for it then?
Who do you think would be trying to do it? I'm sure there's plenty of people who would like to.
I mean, it was in a
We just killed
volcano,
one of them.
so
So, is
That
that
might be
why
our
Matt's
first-
hiding himself?
Probably, and I hope he keeps doing it. I mean, that might be our first inkling about what they're trying to do. I mean, I guess it's obvious now, but that might be what they're after. Like we're
What do you
after
mean?
we're after our, special people. Maybe they're trying to round up
they're after
those primordials.
people
And
like
they seem pretty powerful, so maybe they're capable.
Hmm.
We can't say for sure, but if that's what they're trying to do, we obviously have to stop them.
I think Marleman definitely has his first moment of like actual like, oh god, I'm worried about that guy.
Maybe he's not a deadbeat dad after all.
Like, okay.
Well, if they are searching out the primordials, we'll need to get a jump on them. We need to fulfill our own prophecy and strengthen that cage.
All right. Well, I think the monastery is probably our best bet. So I think we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. So.
This sounds like a plan to me.
I think that's
And I gotta visit my friend.
Your friend?
Oh, right. When Sai and I got dumped back into the material plane, we made friends with like a guardian guy. He's cool.
It was a big ass bear.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't like
Gorilla.
it was,
Yeah, he was like
gorilla.
he was being corrupted by something, but we cured him of it, and so
Uh,
it's good.
I'm sorry, did you say a forward spirit was being corrupted by something?
I think that's what it was. This is just how they're trying to remember.
Yes, that is exactly what happened.
Okay.
Well done.
Yes.
Which
I'm
would I
impressed.
have known the nature of the thing at the time?
No.
Okay.
It didn't seem unseelie because your unseelie senses would have
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
bananas.
True,
But-
but
That sounds like something I would want all of you to follow up on. So I also vote that you go to the monastery.
Sorry, we've had we've been dealing with a lot. You sent us like lots of things to do.
You know,
so.
that's fair. I have given you a laundry list. So
We're working on it.
what it's sounding like is you all will head for the monastery. You will read this big book, I guess, and figure out if it has anything in it that can help Trev with our situation. Just to be safe for now, how about no trips back and forth to the Feywild unless
Unless we find
very
someone.
much necessary?
If we find someone, can you portal them over, but not us?
Can try,
Okay.
at least for now. Once we can figure out a step to getting her out of his head, maybe we can open that door back up.
Question.
Sure.
Do you think that they know how we traverse?
I
think
hope
they
not.
we have
This is
some
more of
help
a
from
question
Titania.
for Trev.
I don't.
Do you know
I'm
like
not
things
certain.
about you in that way?
I don't know.
And I don't, if it's too much,
I honestly don't know. Like, I can never tell just how much she could, like, she could be completely blind to what we're doing, or she could see every single thing I do at all times, and I couldn't tell you the difference. And that's, I think, what we're starting to be a little bit more afraid of and take a little more seriously now.
Trev, I think you should go on vacation or something.
I don't know. How do you do that? Like, when the thing is in your head, bro?
I know.
Trev, you've been a soldier your entire life. Would you even know what the terms vacation means?
I think I would have learned it from these guys at some point.
That's
Trev,
fair.
I got something that can help you, my friend.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
boy.
Honestly, that I can't. You know how much like I've had to like fight off her influence here. If I don't, not dull, but if I'm like, if I can't handle that stuff, then that's even worse. I appreciate it though.
All right.
Okay,
Anyway,
actually.
kind of help.
I have one more question for Titania if
Spread
she's
the
still
trees
here.
everywhere.
Yeah. What's up?
Pull out the other sword
Mhm.
and stick it in the ground in front of me real quick.
Mhm.
Have you heard from Nathan? Can you find, do you know if he's okay?
I know he's alive.
That's a start.
I can scry for him tomorrow if you want.
I would very much appreciate that. Really. And his weapon, I mean,
Having his weapon will definitely help.
can I, well, yes, can we use it for that? But then after that, like pick it up and sort of swing it around just a little bit.
Mhm.
If we think that it would be helpful for me to not channel her magic for a while, maybe I can use this.
I'm
You know.
sure he would.
Until he gets it back.
I'm sure he would appreciate the delivery.
Cool. I need to kind of hold on to the other one though. Just
Yeah.
because.
No.
I wouldn't want it to stay here anyway. That seems like a
I
terrible
wouldn't. I
idea.
wouldn't. No, please don't.
I'll just carry them both. It'll be heavy, but I can handle it.
We can chuck it in the ocean when you're done with it.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I don't want to leave it anywhere until this whole thing's resolved.
I have some dimension theory that I want to pass by Titania.
What's up?
If we were to put it into a bag of holding, which is technically a pocket dimension,
I
would
mean,
anybody be able to retrieve it besides the one holding the bag?
it's in its own a pocket dimension built into the astral sea. I don't think anybody would be able to get it at the very least.
I could put it in my portable hole,
You could also put it in your portable hole.
which is a similar kind of thing, I think.
Which is what I was asking about. Like,
I don't think anyone would be able to track it, or any different from them being able to track Trev either way.
Right. For now, I can try that.
yeah.
Do you put it in your portable hole?
Yeah, I guess so. Until I need it.
All right, you
The
stretch
hole
over your
more than
portable hole.
the sword. Yeah, just like flip it over, like make the whole thing, and be like, all right, and then just like close it.
Yep. Put it back into quarter-size shape. It's gonna make Stealth Trev way funnier.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that a little bit. I might have to. I mean, I can like re-equip it theoretically if we were ever gonna use that move.
Sure. Okay. I believe you all have a gate scroll as well still from the last time you visited the monastery.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can get there without the use of the tree spell, I think. Technically.
I mean,
Or
one
the
of
work
you...
between dimensions.
Certainly. It's a gate scroll.
Okay.
Gate is a very powerful spell.
Making sure. Alright.
An arcane user has to do it, but that's it.
Let's. I think we should rest and then scry, and then I can scry for. Who am I scrying for again? Anyone in the court? Nathan? Anyone else? Then we can head over to the monastery.
Sure.
Most likely, if Nathan's still here, he's on this plane of existence, so it's best to do it preferably when he's in. Maybe.
Okay.
I have an important question that I just realized. Besides Nathan, is anybody else unaccounted for besides the ones who we know fled? Like,
But that's the protocol.
Besides the two other missing... So, Amanta and Cian, it is reported to be in dire.
right.
Neve is currently in the Unseelie looking for the Tabaxi.
Right.
Dom and Vernestra are currently completely missing, but Titania doesn't seem too worried about it.
Right.
From there, it seems to just be Nathan.
And so, okay, so none of the, like, I don't want to say less important people, but, like...
The people that we would need to search for.
Yeah, but I'm less, like, did they take prisoners? Did they take... with them?
What about my archdruid friend?
You haven't gone to see the keeper yet, the greenskeeper, but from asking around the village, it would appear that people either are dead or are there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I take a rest. I can search for Nathan. Head to the monastery. Sound like a decent plan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
see the keeper during our rest.
Yeah, because you don't need to do long
Not
rests.
as much.
Okay.
So you guys rest for the evening.
Just for the sake of it, and also just to make Oberon not kill me in my sleep or whatever. I'm gonna volunteer to take my whatever meditation I have to do in the cell that Dawnhammer was in.
Okay. 2 of the remaining Tentar watch the outside of the cell that evening.
Trev, do you want my ring?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It is an attunement, so I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't
if
know
you
what I'm
have
attuned to right now.
Space?
Just unattuned to your sword in a big way.
Oh, right. Well, right.
I don't think I can.
No, you can unattune from your greatsword, from the Buster, and Nathan's sword is not an attunement item.
Oh,
So
in
you
that case, I don't think I even need to.
Yeah, you have an open space.
Yeah. So for now, that'll do.
Because from what I can remember from your items right now, the boots of kicking are attunement.
Oh, they are?
Yes,
All right.
and your black snake armor is.
Yeah.
So you do have an open spot.
I don't even have my boots written down anywhere. I just know I have them.
So yeah.
Sorry, I can't do much else, but maybe
That's
I
what
can
we
help.
got for now.
That's all we got.
All right. So you all take a rest. Oh boy, that's fucked up. Sorry, I just saw something float across my Twitter that was very concerning.
Yeah. I'm assuming I know what it is.
Yeah. So you all take a full rest. Sigh, you lose the point of exhaustion that you had from getting resurrected.
Cool.
You're all up to full. You retrieve half of the hit dice that you spent, unless you only spent 2, in which case you get both. Spell slots are back. And everyone awakens the next morning tired and still sore, but most certainly alive, which is a difference.
Yes.
House burned down.
So, your house?
Yeah.
I'm going to flip a coin to see whether or not your house burned down. Well,
Sure.
I did not actually...
Because that's where Tiandra was staying, I believe, right?
Right. I hadn't actually decided on that. So,
Is my friend alive too?
heads, tails.
I trust you.
Your house is A-okay.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
So that's a bit of good news.
For now.
Yeah.
And this is also the first time you get to stay in your house in a while.
A while. Yeah.
It is still just as cluttered, somewhat cleaner because Tiandra has been trying to live in it.
Yeah, I
But
get
it
that.
is still full of forge tools and other stuff, and fairly cluttered.
I spend most of my time away from this place, but it is my place.
Yes. What'd you ask for there, Armel?
Is my friend okay? I would have gone to probably visit him in the night when
Okay.
everyone was asleep.
Okay. You headed out into the forest to go look for the caretaker. After walking for about 45 minutes in a direction you assume is the right one, you do come across his grove. Untouched, perfectly fine, beaded curtain over the front of his hut, and the sounds of gentle minotaur snoring from inside.
Alright, cool. I'll just go.
There
back.
is, as you're going, what seems to be a half-full pipe of dreamweed sitting by a low burnt fire.
I'm gonna take a hit before I go home.
Oh,
Okay.
dude, you're not going home.
Fucking
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, my dude.
It was meant to be.
Please fail it, so I can bring you on another magical journey.
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
I mean, if he wants to just do it, can't he just intentionally fail?
I mean, I guess.
Oh man, I rolled an 18.
Okay, you did succeed, but just because of this situation, if you wanted to intentionally fail and go on another vision quest,
You know
you
what?
can.
If it didn't work, I would hit it again.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right,
well,
roll a
that's
wisdom
what
saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh, that works too.
Oh no, the DC goes higher, and he now has disadvantage.
Okay.
All right, so my lowest was 15.
Jeez.
It's not bad.
Still A-okay.
Oh my god. I'm gonna hit it
You got
again.
a bad batch, man.
Is
Dude,
there enough in there?
Like-
Do I gotta top it off?
I feel bad that you're smoking this dude's weed. Like,
There is definitely at least a little bit more to hit in there.
All right, I'm gonna go.
dude, last hit.
Jesus Christ.
Do it again.
Not 20.
We're not gonna, he's gonna like
DC goes up.
teleport
Well, it's still
himself
with
back into the
disadvantage.
material plane, and he's not gonna know where the hell he is.
Okay, with disadvantage, I got a 9 this time.
Hey.
All right.
So your DC was probably 10.
Oh, no, the DC was 18.
My first one, I rolled
it
a
started 10, then it
21.
went to 15, then it went to 18.
Yeah. Plus 5 for my wisdom save.
That's the thing. So yeah.
Still almost saved.
Actually, that's not true. Oh my god, I have plus 9 for my wisdom save.
Oh, right, because it's your wisdom plus 4.
So there you
So
go.
you
That's
tide technically goes to the defender, so you're still okay.
Oh my
This
god.
is much, I'm sorry, this is
I
much
think
funnier.
he's out of weed.
He's out of
Hey.
weed.
Yeah,
That
this
is
much
that is
funnier.
burned. That is burned low. You are feeling good, and feeling connected to the mystic arts in a way that you're not usually. However, it's haha.
Oh,
I blinked on the name of an art from Tales, so I'm sorry. I had one and I lost it. Sparrow dive. There you go.
Is that?
Yes.
That's
It is, I
that's a
think, yeah.
that's a physical art, but it's not. Anyway, so you feel good and connected, but your eyes don't glaze back, and you do actually watch the sun come up. However, you do get so stoned that you can't quite walk.
all right.
Walking is hard.
I'm staying here.
And when the sun comes up and the caretaker leaves his hut, you are still sitting on the bench beside the now very cold fire, staring out into nothingness.
Oh, jeez.
He comes out, he looks at you and goes, "Brother Aramil."
Oh, no.
Hello, friend.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
It's good to see you too.
You didn't notice any of the craziness going on?
Only the craziness that happens here in this grove.
Good. All right. Well, some shit went down, my friend. You might want to I don't know, check
this
out.
is the funniest thing.
I think I'll be A-okay.
No.
Hey.
The world tree
Me.
not feeling good. I checked him out. He wasn't great.
That's less A-okay.
Yeah.
I will
Oh.
head over and see the tree.
Yeah. Also, man, I don't know what's with this weed this time, but it's not even close to last time. I don't know what you did.
My man, you gotta smoke it all in one. That's only a half.
Oh shit! I should have taken big ol' rip, huh?
Giant.
Oh, all right. Well, I know for next time now.
No. You sit right there, my friend.
Oh, no.
All right. Let's do it.
No. He doesn't go to get you more weed. He just kind of lays a hand on your shoulder and goes, No. You're not gonna be able to walk for another 12 hours or so. You just hang out right there. I'm gonna go talk to the world tree and come back and get you.
All right. Tell him. It's okay, my friend. You'll be okay.
All right.
I hate you a little.
And the caretaker goes to lumber back towards the world tree as you're kind of stuck on this log. I will remind you, I shouldn't, but I will remind you, you do have 3 full hits of Dreamweed that you do carry on you still.
I know. But well, okay. I feel like I'm pretty stoned.
Oh, you're
He just
very
means this is
stoned.
not. He means this is not the only opportunity for you to dream weed, man.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I guess
Alright.
I'm hanging out here then.
Okay, well, you were
12
stuck.
hours.
So,
Okay.
as you all awaken the next morning, the few of you that are staying in the guest area see, when you awaken and walk outside, a large minotaur that you have never met before, conversing very quietly with the tree. Trev, you finish your meditation without incident and leave the cell.
Yay.
Oh, hello.
And there's just a minotaur talking to a tree.
Sure.
Sounds about right.
Also, Armil is missing.
Oh no.
Sounds about right.
Where'd he go? Alright, I'm gonna try to scry for Nathan. If you guys want to try and find Aramil while I'm doing this. If you can't find him, I'll scry for him.
Okay.
Can I just put two and two together and ask the Minotaur talking to the tree where Aramil is?
You walk over.
Because I assume everybody in the world who talks to trees like that knows each other.
That's a fair assumption, actually.
Yeah.
The Minotaur kind of looks at you and goes, "Good morning, Brother Trevathan."
How's it going? We're looking for Aramil. Do you know where he is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh man, he did the.
He's all messed up, isn't he?
How long is it gonna be until it even matters where he is?
Someone could go and help him.
All right.
Where is he?
Yeah, where is he at?
I'll lead you to him
All
in
right.
a second. Just let me converse with the tree.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to Phaedra and be like, oh yeah, he knows where he is. He's doing his tree thing, and then we'll go find out what's up.
Okay, can I borrow Nathan's sword for scrying purposes?
Yeah, sure. But
I will give it right back.
She's all latched on me.
go for it.
What's latched on you?
This dog.
Oh.
Yeah. Why? What do you think, Harry?
I was confused. It was just there was no camera, and then just suddenly she's all latched on me.
They're comfy over here.
Oh,
Oh, my friends.
Aw.
oh, look at that dog. Okay. Anyway, scrying, right? Spell save DC. Wisdom saving throw. What's your spell save DC?
16.
I don't know if it's modified by her using the sword to channel or whatever.
Oh, right, yeah.
It gets better. Hang on. Scrying 5e. Okay. Connection save modifier. Okay, so possession or garment, -4. So.
A little bit easier.
That's good.
Well, hang on. Oh, so it's -4 to their throw. Duh.
Yeah, because you're rolling it.
Yep, I figured out what it was. Okay. Actually, wait. Okay. I rolled 2 11s. You're able to get a very clear image of a individual, hood pulled over their head, not like a hooded cloak, like a bag sort of hood, tied at the bottoms with some sort of rope that seems to also be tied into their hands and feet, and they seem to be on the back of a cart.
Oh, no.
You can't tell any of the shapes around the cart or even the environment, but you can tell that it's being pulled by something that looks vaguely horse-like.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Shit. Okay.
That image lasts for about 20 seconds, and then it goes away.
And I couldn't tell if it was Sealy, unsealy, nothing. Like, when I saw
Nope.
the other one, I knew she was unsealy because it looked weird.
Correct. You could see slightly more of the background. So in that case, you could see slightly more in the background because, the trees were up next to her. In
Mhm.
this case, you can also see the background. It's just cart.
Okay. Is Trev still with me when I'm doing this, or did you
Yeah.
go?
I'm just waiting.
Yep.
Okay, it looks like he's been captured, but I can't
Oh.
tell where he is. His hands are bound. I think there's a hood covering his face with a rope also. I couldn't tell if he was in Sealy or unsealy. I tried, the vision got really confusing, but I can
Okay.
try to send a message and see if he can, because he can respond. It's I think.
If you think you can do it, that would be that
Um,
might help.
Okay. I will try to send a message to him asking what happened to him then.
And if he knows where he is or where he's going.
What happened to you? Do you know where you are? That
Okay.
kind of thing.
You receive a message back
Okay.
that says, "Don't know. Tried to play hero. Gone bad, very bad. Send help. I'm sorry."
Oh, shit. Okay. If he tried to play hero, as he pulled it to the end, I don't know where he would be. Is the problem. I don't know how I could find him otherwise.
Yeah, the unseal is the only guess, but I don't know how we're gonna
I
find
don't
out.
think. Well, because we ran into those guys not in just the Feywild or the Unseelie. We've seen them in several other locations. If they're in a horse and cart,
Yeah, but the guys that we ran into elsewhere left through a portal that closed, and we didn't see Nathan go in that. Pretty sure that I doubt that's where he went.
okay.
So these guys are essentially drow, right?
Which guys?
The guys that we fought. Like
More
the
or
guys
less.
who probably took Nathan. So being a drow, where would they go? Like what things would be comfortable for them?
I mean, I imagine that there's plenty in the Unseelie zone that they could be based out of. That's the only, and I mean, obviously, given that they attacked here, that's likely where they're from. But that's not enough to go on, and I haven't been there enough times to know.
Have you mentioned your connection to the symbol they're wearing, Trev? To anybody?
I feel like all of them that were at that fight that aren't stupid would probably have a guess.
There's only one person.
Really?
Yeah. The only people involved in that fight that are left in this party are yourself and Marleman.
You're right. Oh, right. Well, there's that. Do I know where that portal I didn't get through would have led? I imagine I do.
Yeah, certainly.
So that's where it would be. Where is that?
That is a place you never saw the surface part of, just the underground.
All right. Well, so I mean, that symbol, that order, I used to work for them. Like, that's how I met. Well, not most of these guys. Him, Marleman, wherever he is.
Down here.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey.
You remember?
Hey.
You killed like a lot of them in the library.
Mm-hmm.
In that cave under the library. Remember there was that portal that I almost escaped through, and then it didn't because they closed it and left me behind.
Oops.
Yeah, bummer for them, I guess. So wherever that is, wherever that leads, that would be where they came from. I never saw the part where carts would be, so I don't think I would have seen being able to connect it to where he is. But if he wasn't taken in by the guys who went through the portal, which is likely, and that would mean he'd probably have been taken in by them. I don't even remember what the hell that order's called, out of character for the record. Hollow Moon or something. What the fuck
Hollow
was
Moon.
it? No, look at that. I remember things. So maybe if we're gonna go to the monastery anyway, maybe we can jumpstart that stupid portal and just take a quick side trip. See if we can get that dude back.
I think that's dangerous, but I think it's...
Sure is, but that doesn't mean I don't want to do it.
You know I got your back all the time.
Why would they want to take him?
I don't think that they were looking for him. I think he went looking for them like an idiot.
But, no offense, why would he still be alive then? Wouldn't they have just killed him on the spot?
Hostages are always... That's military strategy. That's whatever. Hostages are leverage. Like, if they want something, maybe they'll think that somebody who's important, who's in, like, the Queen's Guard or something, would be a worthwhile hostage.
I guess so.
Who knows?
Can somebody who's remembers the prophecy better and is better at it. Would Nathan be matching up to one of those people?
I have the prophecy right here. I can just read it out for
Yes. Yes, please.
you. Give me 1 second. At this
I feel
point,
like they would know.
At this point, I will also say the ones that you got. So,
Yeah.
Hey,
the leaf embedded in stone, the spark lost to the waves. Got that one.
check.
The scale stuck in time, the pebble adrift on the wind. The peace shrouded in twilight, the chaos masked as truth, the dimly set sun, the brightly risen star. Check on that one. When 8 are brought to bear, air and darkness shall be sealed forever.
I feel like if Nathan was one of the prophecy people, they probably would have figured that out relatively quickly, considering he lived in the Feywild.
Yeah, but you'd think it seemed to be a weird case where a lot of these folks just sort of awakened to that fact when we're all around.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Unless
don't
something
mind
specific
trying to
happens.
rescue him. I'm just saying, I don't think it's likely that he actually is.
I just need to make sure, just in case they don't have that piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, like if there were a way that I could put this, like as far as like people on this and all these planes that I care about, it's pretty much the people, all y'all, maybe. No, yeah, all you. The people in that prophecy, and then him. So I'd like to make sure he's all right.
I mean, I can scry 2 more times
This
today.
is far and away the most sheepish this motherfucker's ever been in front of any of you, so that's all I got.
I can scry 2 more times today. Maybe I can, if you give me a little bit, I can wait, because if he's he's currently like, he's bound, he's unable to see where he is.
Maybe they'll toss him in a cell that I'll see that will look a little more familiar.
Maybe.
Just trying to think if any of you would know. Weirdly, hey Nix,
Yeah.
I need you to roll an intelligence check.
Is that just my wisdom mod?
No, your intelligence.
Oh, there.
Intelligence.
Int.
I'm stupid. Don't worry about it. Intelligence check. Let's go. 14 plus 3, 17.
Nice. This is why wizards are fun sometimes. You are the person who grew up closest to the human capital of Break.
Okay.
You've never been, from what I remember, but you grew up closest to it. So you've seen bits and pieces of the human empire, or the human conglomerate. It's less of an empire, more of just a weird collection of city-states. Something that is prevalent there is indentured servitude that may link to slavery in some aspects. Less for labor, more for trophy.
What? Okay.
There are certain races that are very hard to come by, that on the black market in the human conglomerate may fetch a pretty penny.
Okay.
This sounds an awful lot like human trafficking.
Wait, what race is Nathan?
He's an Ostomer.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on the
Okay.
fact that I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, you-
What? Yeah.
He's
Imagine
kind
like
of the opposite of me, where he's got angelic blood instead of demonic blood.
yeah, she's like part demon, he's part angel.
uh,
So I imagine that all the humans would be, I don't know, into that.
I think he's the first one I've ever seen. So
Same, but you know. So yeah, if that's what they're gonna do with him, Jesus.
okay,
that's not
I had forgotten about that, honestly. Okay.
well, at least he won't get killed, so that's something. And then, all right, so,
I have so many reasons to kill these people.
I was gonna say we've made our statements pretty clear on like not like wanting to kill people who are like. What's our stance on like white collar crime?
If they're trafficking people, I'm not exactly a fan.
All right, cool.
Anyone who owns a
'cause, like,
slave needs to die a horrible.
say like,
death.
if I'm gonna, I don't want anybody like getting mad at me if I like kill some people just because they're wearing like a fancy suit and not like armor with a sword.
No, if they're
Alright, cool.
like profiting from from like, people being slaves, fuck them.
Well, we'll see what we can do. I guess the other question that I have, sort of linked to this whole little plan of mine, is all you guys who are very, some of you are very magical. Any idea if you guys have what it takes to kickstart a portal that's
Yeah.
closed?
Probably.
Uh,
Hey,
Technically, yes.
There we go.
as somebody who has teleportation circle in
Same.
my spells right now, I think I could do it.
This
Also,
plan might be
Detour.
coming together.
And
The problem is we need this. Basically, the portal needs to already exist. We have the option to open it. Like we can't create a door, but we can open a door if it already exists.
Perfect. Well, then maybe if we're lucky.
that I don't think is how teleportation circle works, but either way.
Oh, we've got.
That is exactly how it works.
Oh, cool. Well, we have. Let's say there's a chance that I don't know what Quentin did. I don't know if he caved in that place where where I fought. Well, you. But if he didn't, and that portal is still there, and even though it's all closed up, maybe we can see what's on the other side.
We can certainly try. He might have some knowledge on finding portals or opening them.
And to kill everybody who's there. No, maybe not that part. We'll see.
Definitely that part.
All
Not
right.
the slaves, preferably.
Well, yeah. So yeah, I guess that's a plan. Go see Quentin. It's been a long
Okay,
time.
so I scried for
Nate.
I scried for Nathan. Is there anyone else you want me to scribe for while I'm still here?
Wasn't there at least one Queen's Court individual that was left to be done?
We know.
Yeah, both of them. Two of them, actually.
Yeah, there's still people.
Do I remember what these individuals look like?
I mean, one is a giant ass tree.
No, not the tree. We know where the tree is.
Dom, you remember being a I'm blanking on the. God damn it! I have it written here. Why am I trying to remember? I literally just have it here. He is a Corrid.
Okay.
Hang on. He looks like this. Putting it in the tavern chat. He looks like this.
Ouch.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
What the hell is he?
He's a Corrid.
Looks like a mix between a fawn and a dwarf.
Actually,
Cool.
Okay. I can also send another message to Nathan. What I can ask him to do is, the minute he has eyes on anything, remember details, so then I can message him again, and he can give me maybe some details, kind of like feeling a bit like Liam Neeson here, asking the daughter to shout out any details.
great.
Sure.
And if there was anyone he was specifically going after when he said playing hero, I don't know if he meant like just going to kill them or if he was trying to save somebody. Okay. So
Hang on, I'm looking up a picture of Ernestra, but it's hard to find one that is not just straight up porn.
Nice.
This is not a joke, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Fey deities. There you go. I feel like I'm being judged, but I can't see. Oh, yes. He is very Danny DeVito-esque.
So, like, I got to that because I was originally thinking of, like, what it was DeVito played the character in Hercules that looked
Yep.
like that.
Essentially.
Yes.
And then I was like, DeVito
Yes.
will do.
The exact description of Vernestra. The fey deity of female fairies, charm, and beauty. Her symbol is a filigree-edged silver mirror. Vernestra chooses to appear as a demure, slim female fairy of unearthly fey beauty. She is always barefooted, wearing only gossamer garments the size of handkerchiefs to provide her with a semblance of modesty.
Huh.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Fey.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we got there, Faye? Dra.
Okay. So I'm gonna message him saying, try to remember details of where you are when I message you again. Sights, sounds, anything important. Was anyone else with you? And I counted as 22.
And this is to Nathan?
Yes.
All right. Hey, let me make sure it works. That's my only natural one of the evening. No, I'm kidding. That's a 15. You hear back above ground, sunny, pretty cold, speaking language I don't understand. Perhaps still drow?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so he didn't say anyone else was with him. So-
None that he can tell.
That was like my way of saying, like, was he trying to rescue somebody? But so he didn't mention anyone else. So I think if he was trying to specifically go after someone, he would have said. So he said above ground, sunny, cold. He's not sure what language they're speaking. Maybe drow. And I'll try to keep contact with him as we go through this.
Okay. So
Above ground, sunny, cold.
So who is opening the portal? The gate scroll. It needs to be an arcane user, so that means no Phaedra or Aramil.
Oh, well, I can do it.
Marlon, does this have the chance of going tits up if you do it?
Listen.
That's
Yes.
not a fair
That's a
question.
legitimate question. Like,
For the record, that is a loaded fucking question.
The answer is also
Give it to-
yes.
Give it
The
to
answer is
Nix.
always yes.
Give it to Nix.
fair. Okay.
So Nix, you are handed a piece of paper with a number of arcane glyphs on it.
I am arcane.
I need you to roll a.
I'm upset that you guys are letting that.
Oh, it's an Arcana check.
Okay.
I think the worst thing that would happen is that we would go somewhere else.
That would be pretty
But we
bad.
don't want to go somewhere else, though. That's the thing.
But if it worked, you would just be able to go right back. Like,
Okay.
The one time use only, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, it is that DC. Good to know. So just to be sure. Oh, sorry. Ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Wait, what am I rolling?
You're rolling an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So you're a wizard, so int. So whatever you roll plus intelligence.
Okay. And did you say something to do with my spell casting? Besides the
What?
intelligence?
Well, that's what your spellcasting is.
You know, it's what stat you use for your spell casting. Like, if I did it, I would do my wisdom, because that's what I use for my spells.
Yeah. It's the same as when I thought it was Arcana, so 7.
Sorry, you rolled a 7?
I rolled a 4.
Oh, no.
You're giving it to
That's
Marlon.
Okay.
Is this a
give me
one-time
one
use
second
only?
here.
what?
It is a scroll. Scrolls are one-time use.
Fuck.
You see what happens if it fails.
At least Marleman's been to the place before. And, Armel, I guess we could tree there.
Armel has not been
I've
there
never
before.
been to the monastery.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. You started there.
I was gonna say I was close
Um,
to the beginning.
She just looked.
Oh, haha. Because you got... Nope, you got below a 10, so it does...
Okay, yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, no.
Does it explode in my hands?
I think
No.
not.
It somehow
No, it
attacks one
just-
of your allies.
No, it just causes one of the daggers to levitate out of your belt and strike Sai in the ass.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm aware.
Dealing.
Stab his ass.
Oh, he's kidding.
No!
He's kidding, Heather. He's kidding.
I mean, it
It
wouldn't
does.
surprise me.
As you're
done that before.
as you're reading the arcane glyphs and trying to get a mastery of the spell, it suddenly just kind of slips away from you for a second, and even though you immediately attempt to get back on your eyes back on the line, the paper just turns to dust and blows away.
So it kind of exploded.
A less impactful explosion, sure, but
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well,
Wait,
Well,
wait,
our scroll is
wait.
not feeling so good.
wait.
you can't use mending on it.
Why?
Because it's disintegrated. It's not, you can't fix disintegrated.
Yeah.
I've got the ashes.
You can try, it's not gonna work.
You know what? I'd love to see this, and I take a couple steps back.
No, it's okay if you guys don't believe it.
no. I highly recommend trying this. I'd love to see what happens with this.
Alright, I do that.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
fuck
also
it.
have mending, and my magic won't make people turn blue, so.
It's a cantrip, so it doesn't cause a wild magic surge if it was going to.
Huzzah!
Um,
Yeah, I don't
you
suck that much.
you reform the piece of paper.
Okay, did it at least show me what glyphs need to be drawn?
No,
Okay. You want me to try again?
It doesn't, no, the magic is gone from it. Like, it's just a piece of paper now.
Oh.
Wait a minute, was this a scroll of
Yes.
teleportation or something?
of gate.
Oh, what? Alright.
Why?
I can no,
Yeah,
'cause
it's just,
teleportation circle. I can literally draw a 10-foot circle on the floor with glyphs and build a portal, a permanent fucking portal.
what's the casting?
If I do it every day.
I was gonna say, doesn't it take a while? Like,
I was about to say.
Casting time is 1 minute.
I feel like there's more to that, but
We could take the tree again if you guys.
And that is on the same plane of existence as you.
Is there a tree in the monastery?
Yeah, there's got to be trees around the monastery that I remember.
It is on the top of a very snowy mountain.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There are trees at the bottom of it.
What's
Yeah.
the last tree I remember?
Somewhere in the gorilla zone.
Yeah, somewhere in the gorilla zone is a good way to put it. At the base of the mountain that the monastery is set on.
All right, so we could do that. We could do that, or we could do Marleman's crazy circle thing.
well, the thing that confuses me.
Well,
is
he just told me it
because
won't work, so.
Well, because it
all right,
links
let's do it then.
because it's not it links you to another circle that already exists.
Oh no!
Right?
Okay, there is a teleportation sigil inside the monastery. Y'all found it when it's what Trev attempted to escape using.
Okay,
The problem is that it only connects the same plane of existence.
right. We're still in the Feywild. Right.
Yes.
So if we use the tree spell to, well,
could also-
that's just a waste then. So I guess we could just use the tree spell to get there.
Yeah, do it.
But to have an idea of it in the future, I suppose.
We'll have to climb the mountain.
That's fine. We can do
We can
that.
see if our friend's there. Maybe he'll give us a list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
This
Um,
guy.
do that.
I vaguely remember him being appreciative, but not overly friendly.
He liked me just fine. I don't know what your problem was.
Well, us fine, but like to bring a whole group of armed people into a place where he's technically a guardian of?
I meant more just he'll be there to like escort us.
I mean, we're welcome in the monastery, right?
Yeah.
Check in on
Yeah,
us.
Yeah.
we're going to a place we've already been. Well, and we are the escort.
Yeah. If I see him, I want to say
You
hi.
are the brute squad.
And there's no trees in like the courtyard or anything of the monastery that we would have remembered.
It's on the top of a very snowy mountain.
Okay. All right, we'll just do our best then.
I'm gonna go to the closest tree I remember.
Okay, it is a large evergreen in the foothills of the mountain.
All right.
Okay.
Alright.
You all step through the world tree and whoop, your way there. We're going to wrap up in a second, but I will just describe what you see as a nice little cliffhanger for what comes next. You all step out of the tree, and the first thing you notice is that the forest that was once luscious and green and whatnot still is. A lot of the trees still hold their needles. But everything is coated in a very thick coat of snow. It is incredibly cold. The clouds overhead are gray. Snow seems to be driving out of the sky. And as you all turn to look up towards the mountain, you see small lights of orange dot around. That seem to grow and shrink. Grow and shrink, of small fires that seem to dot the tops of this mountain.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh boy.
You see footprints surrounding the area that you are in, many of them leading towards the mountain, as well as very large ape-like footprints as well.
Okay.
And sitting at a campfire just outside this tree is a thin, bespeckled elven woman, hair pulled back into a very messy ponytail, reading a book in a very large coat and very thick boots, kind of reading a book as close to this fire as possible. As she looks up, looks at all of you, and Petunia goes, "Holy shit! How did you all get here?"
Oh my god!
And that's where we pick up next week.
Aren't you glad I disintegrated that portal?
I guess.
And that's where we'll pick it up next week.
Oh my god. Cool.